back to H Channel. My name is Ming. So this evening I'm actually now at the restaurant Le Venue in Georgetown. So sitting next to me is the owner of Le Venue, Peter.
Good evening, Ming.
Hi, good evening.
Very good.
Say hi to our H Channel viewers. Hi. So it's an honor really to have this chance to get to speak to you.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
I had a chance to walk around the venue and also the block venue.
Correct.
Right. Firstly, your personal experience as a chef. Right, it's really my first time interviewing a chef.
Well, there are many chefs. There is many chefs, you know. So I'm surprised that you haven't interviewed one yet.
So you are the first one, and I'm really honored. Okay, Peter has been in your 26 or 27 year in the culinary industry.
That's right.
Okay.
I started very early. You know, I studied at culinary school.
Okay.
And in Europe, I'm from Prague. I'm from Czech Republic. And in Europe, you start when you are age of 14. So very early, you have to decide what you want to be. So in that age, I have two options: be a musician or something else. So I decided to be a chef.
Okay.
Was it the right decision? I think yes, because I wanted to see the world, you know, and I wanted to learn, and there was something that I really looked into it, and traveled lots of countries, many places, and now I'm here in Penang.
Of course, yes. Because when I talk to Peter, I can experience the passion and the drive that you have, you know, when you're talking about your restaurant, your cooking, your experience, where you are. But let me first ask you, in my mind, right, working in the kitchen is one of the most challenging places in the world. You need to deal with temperature, you know, hot oven, hot water, but at the same time you also need to deal with customers.
Of course.
Ingredients, freshness of the ingredients. You need to juggle many things. What, in your opinion, make a good chef?
Well, a good chef, you know, you need to know your basics first. You need to start with the basics. As a good chef, you should look for a good products, and the variety of products in these days are much higher than the variety was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And of course, the place where you are, you must find a good product that suits your clients, and or introduce the new products. Like I'm buying a lot of things from Europe, which is very hard to get here. You know, so all my products for Le Venue, casual fine dining, are mainly imported from Europe. And so this place I open to introduce and teach how to eat foie gras, how to eat pata negra, how to eat so many things. So good chef must be interactive. You know, we are artists. Okay,
you come from Prague and you've worked in many different countries before.
Right.
You have been to 11 different countries, if I remember correctly.
Right.
So it was in Europe, Eastern Europe, America, and the last stop was Las Vegas before you came to Datai, Langkawi. That's the first station in Southeast Asia.
That was the first Asian experience.
First Asian experience.
That's correct, yes.
So, how was that? Tell us about your first Asian experience.
Well, I wanted to learn about Asian culture. And for the company that I worked for before, there wasn't an opportunity to get transferred to Asia, because you need to have an Asian experience to get a position that you are looking for. I didn't have it. So I find a beautiful property in Langkawi, Datai, very famous, the first resort in the world built in a pure jungle. You Malaysian, you should know that, you know. So that's where my Asian experience started, Southeast Asia. After 2 years, I moved to Penang here, which was in 2012, and spent some time in a hotel, Eastern Oriental, very beautiful property as well. And in 2014, I got the opportunity to move to Thailand, where I work for the Kempinski hotel brand, very nice hotel, and ended my hospitality journey in 2016
Okay.
in the 5-star hotels.
Okay. Tell us about your experience in Southeast Asia. You've been to so many different countries. So you brought your experience from the Western cuisine into Southeast Asia, right?
Yes.
Here we have the Eastern cuisine,
Well, in Penang you have it all actually.
right?
Because Penang, we call it Mecca of the food. You have Malaysian, you have Chinese, you have Japanese, you have Indian food,
Yeah.
you have Nyonya food, and you also have the Western food. But Western food, I think, was a bit different way how it's presented in Malaysia or in Southeast Asia. For example, we don't have chicken chop. We don't know what is chicken chop. You know, so I work with the high class products which I bring from Europe on a weekly basis. So I keep changing my menu on a weekly basis. Sometimes I change the menu 15 times in 1 month
Okay.
because I don't freeze things. Very rarely, something you have to. But I don't like to use freezer. Those days, 20, 30, 40 years ago, there wasn't a freezer at all. So how people work with the fresh ingredients.
Right.
So that is my vision, that is my philosophy.
Coming back into Penang, you were in E&O Hotel, and then of course now you set up on your own, right?
Correct, yes.
I know in your experience you have served many influential individuals, you know, from royal families until influential politicians, until, you know, laymen like us. So now that you've decided to set up on your own, you know, why was that decision?
Well, this decision was, you know, I've been in 5-star hotels for over 22 years, you know, and I have achieved already the position that I wanted to be. And also, as I moved so many times, I moved 21 times in my life, you can imagine. So I was just a bit tired of it and just said to myself, I want to settle here and try to do my own business. I was 42 years old and I opened this restaurant in February 2nd, 2019. I said to myself, if I won't be successful until 45, which is coming soon, then I can always go back to the 5-star hotel. So I took this challenge for myself and for my team, of course, and try to fight every day, you know. So it's been a nice journey, very nice journey, and very.
Well, Peter, when you first came to E&O, I realized you brought up the whole dining experience for Penang people. Because before that, I think not many people know about fine dining. But from E&O, you sort of bring up that level in Penang.
Well,
I mean, but Penang we are famous of our street food, hawker food, you know, very casual. Was that a challenge for you to have that, you know, to reach the expectation?
It wasn't a challenge because I love hawker food, you know. Actually, I love to eat char kway teow, I love to eat Hokkien mee, I love to eat all these type of things, you know. And I like spicy food because half of my part of family is Hungarian, so we use paprika, spicy. So from early age, my mom always put a little chili into the chicken soup, you know. So it was very, very easy for me. Back to that hotel, I think I brought something which was new. There was a buffet, you know, big buffet, seafood buffet, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday was packed. And I think I was the first chef that brought the Alaskan snow crab to be served on the buffet. 2012, 10 years ago, we're talking back. So there was something, wow, we can have oysters, we can have Alaskan snow crab, which no hotel those days had.
Right.
So that was something that I still remember. It was very well received.
But of course, now that you're in the venue and block menu, we still have the chance of, you know, getting into the restaurant, being more close with you, you know, compared to, I guess, last time when you were in the 5-star hotel. People rarely see chef coming out.
Right.
But here that, you know, you're doing this open kitchen concept and you greet your customers right on the doorstep and you remember every single one of their name. You know, it makes people very warm, you know, wanting to come back here. This is one thing, I mean, through our conversation, this is one thing that I find the similarities between Penang people and the Prague people, that we are friendly, down to earth, and very passionate with things that we like to do. So Peter, right now we are in Lepo Thai Sin. So I find this is really a wonderful location, you know, right in the middle of Georgetown, the World Heritage Site, stands the venue and the block venue. Okay, tell us about this restaurant, these two restaurants. What are the differences and what do you serve here?
Well, like you say, we are Lepo Thai Sin Sitelo, huh? Correct? Very good, very good. Well, this restaurant has been operating for 1.5 years before I also start to operate block menu. Why block menu? Block menu is something that when the world has been how to say
changing, right?
Yes, then we always have to come up with something. Yes, like I said before, we are artists, but we have to be also creative, and we are creative. So it was a great opportunity to start with something new. So the 15th of March, when the pandemic started, you know, I knew already, we are not going to close. And it's not going to open on the 1st of April, like everybody said, you know, it's going to take only 2 weeks. No. So we start to do the frozen food. And we put it in the blocks. That's why I call it block menu. So it's a very convenient way of serving, and you can be the master chef in a minute. You can be the master chef because we give you good ingredients. It takes very few minutes to order it. So the progress went on and on and on. We started with 5 soups. Today we have a website, and we have over 100 items where you can do your shopping list, and the next day it will be delivered to whole Asia. Now we're covering also Ipoh, Malacca, JB, KL, all.
Right.
So it was very well received, and it was something that some people start to do as well. And that point, I have to decide: are we going to continue? Yes, of course we do. So we have to open the second place because this place was very slow, very limited on space already. So we have to expand during the pandemic time, which people were thinking, wow, how can you do it during the pandemic time to open a second restaurant? Well, you know, because of hard work, I'm here every single day. From 10 to 10 to 12, you know, is a tough job, but I love the job.
And I think being a musician, you know, you can't afford to make too many mistakes, you know, otherwise the sound will run, right?
Yes.
So I think it's same as a chef. You can't afford to make too many mistakes. You got to juggle a lot of things at the same time. But now that you have these 2 restaurants, I had a chance to walk at the block menu. I really like how you're doing it, you know, making more affordable and making it really casual for people getting to catch up, you know. So this sort of scene is, you have a mixture of the fine dine and the less fine dine, right? I'm glad that even during the pandemic time we get to know about Peter and the restaurants here. But tell us about your future plan. Is there any plan for you in Penang or for the venue?
Well, my future plans, you know, we don't know. It's very tough. The plans where, or maybe that, you know, I build up the name, the company name, the mark, then maybe we can move to the bigger city like KL, because KL, you know, the spending power and is much higher than in Penang. Penang is very difficult, and I hear from my customer, who can survive in Penang can survive anywhere else. You know, so, and it's true. So Penang is a great city, but as far of running the hospitality restaurant business is very tough.
Yeah, I think it's still a challenge. I remember what was mentioned by Datin Karen in a few episodes ago. Building up a fine dining scene in Penang is not easy, right? Especially when the price here is a lot more affordable compared to other bigger cities in the world. Thankfully, we have people like Peter who is willing to pick Penang as, you know, their home and to set up business here and for us to experience. So it's really a great conversation with you, Peter.
Thank you, Ming.
So remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you very much.